more, break up. Brother Daqi ordered. Mr. Wu said to break up. Everyone, let's go. As he walked, Brother Daqi turned around and said, Mr. Wu, I'm leaving. He Shinshin thought to herself, I have to leave quickly too. I didn't expect things to turn out like this. Wu Chen quickly grabbed He Shinshin's hat. He Shinshin, where are you going? He Shinshin turned around. Teacher, teacher, teacher. It's all a misunderstanding. Can you please not tell my mother about this? I promise to listen to you from now on. Wu Chen asked. Really? He Shinshin promised. Absolutely. You're much better than Brother Daqi. I'll definitely follow you, I promise. At this time, a message was sent to Wu Chen's phone. Mr. Wu, I'll treat you to a drink. Golden Rich KTV, 5th floor, I hope you'll come. Wu Chen let go of He Shinshin and said, Shinshin, I'll continue to teach you tomorrow. You can go home by yourself. He Shinshin was overjoyed and immediately replied, Yes, teacher. I'll see you tomorrow. A moment later, at Golden Rich KTV, Wu Chen said, I'm here. Come here. Wu Chen sat down and said, Mr. Gu, Boss Mao, what is this? The three of them didn't say anything. Boss Mao quickly slapped Brother Daqi and then kicked him to the ground. He said with a smile, We have to give Mr. Wu an explanation for this matter. I won't let my useless son break the rules of the underworld. I invited Mr. Gu here as a witness. Wu Chen smiled. Boss Mao, don't worry about your son. Mao Rusong immediately took out a business card. Mr. Wu is magnanimous. I hope you won't lower yourself to my unworthy son. We'll take our leave first. Take your time, Mr. Wu. Wu Chen went to the hotel written on the business card. He thought to himself, I'm really a little sleepy, someone? Isn't this meant for Ding Rulong's girl, Zhuang Xiaodi? This is interesting, Boss Mao. Zhuang Xiaodi saw Wu Chen walking in and greeted him. Hello, Mr. Wu. She glanced at Wu Chen. This was Mr. Wu, and he was a handsome young man. Zhuang Xiaodi gently told Wu Chen, Mr. Wu, you seem a little tired. Let me help you take off your clothes. Do you want to take a bath, Mr. Wu? This way. Wu Chen replied, Okay. He walked over to the bathtub and soaked himself in it. Zhuang Xiaodi stood outside, posing seductively and asking Wu Chen, Is the water temperature okay, Mr. Wu? Wu Chen closed his eyes and relaxed. I'm fine. Then, Zhuang Xiaodi took off her towel and said, Then I'll go in and scrub Mr. Wu's back. Wu Chen asked, Your name is Xiaodi, right? Zhuang Xiaodi was surprised while scrubbing his back. You know my name, sir. Not only do I know your name, I also know what you were thinking when you saw me, Wu Chen said. Zhuang Xiaodi was taken aback by his words. Wu Chen continued, Are you a little happy? Zhuang Xiaodi didn't know what to say to that. Wu Chen continued, Because I'm not a fat, old man in his 40s like you imagined, right? His words left Zhuang Xiaodi speechless. Wu Chen then reached out to caress Zhuang Xiaodi's chin and said, I also know that you've never had a boyfriend, even when you were in school or working overtime. You don't have any experience, so how can you serve me later? Zhuang Xiaodi's life, her parents owed more than 570 million yuan. Every time a creditor came knocking, they were forced to the brink of insanity. When she was not in class, she had to work 3 jobs continuously without a break, modeling, bartending, and selling products. It was not easy to save up to 100,000 to 300,000 yuan over the past few years. However, she did not know that her mother had borrowed a large sum of money to help them temporarily. However, after her mother passed away, the debt had grown to over 800 million yuan. No matter how hard she tried, even if she sold her blood, kidney, or cornea, she would not be able to pay it back. The creditor said to her, Miss John, I've been following you for a long time. I want you to serve a big shot. As long as you make him happy, I'll help you pay off your family's debt. Would you like to consider it? I promised, Boss Mao. Isn't it just sleeping with those greasy dignitaries? Just because Mr. Wu is not a greasy old man, I have already made a profit. Looking at Wu Chen, Zhuang Xiaodi thought to herself, he now suspects me. I can't let Boss Mao's mission fail. I will not accept defeat, Mr. Wu. I don't have any experience in that area, but I've tried it at home. Wu Chen looked at Zhuang Xiaodi, who was anxious and flustered, and thought, I was just teasing her, but it looks like I've put her under pressure. Mr. Wu, can you turn off the lights? Wu Chen closed his eyes. Do as you please. I'll listen to you for now. Zhuang Xiaodi then turned off the lights and climbed onto Wu Chen. This feeling, Zhuang Xiaodi did something that Wu Chen really enjoyed. Interesting. Zhuang Xiaodi, Zhuang Xiaodi, you really came prepared. The next day, Wu Chen had already woken up while Zhuang Xiaodi was still wrapped in the sheets. Zhuang Xiaodi saw that Wu Chen was about to leave and felt a sense of regret. Mr. Wu, are you leaving today? Wu Chen leaned over and caressed Xiaodi's cheek. You don't have to call me Mr. Wu anymore, it's too distant. Zhuang Xiaodi replied. Okay. Wu Chen added, you must be tired from last night. Get some rest, I'll come to you when I'm done. Xiaodi's entire body flushed. She didn't expect him to be so gentle. Wu Chen walked to a high-end coffee shop. Shikin said to Wu Chen, Teacher Wu, you didn't come home yesterday. Xinshin is still at home waiting for you to teach her. I actually wanted to talk to Teacher Wu yesterday. I understand that you don't have time to come to Shanghai often. I thought that Xinshin and I would move to Donghai together. We'll rent a house for your convenience when you tutor her. We can return once school starts. Wu Chen took a sip of his tea and muttered, Donghai. He then looked at Shikin. Aren't you afraid that Ding Rulong will find out that you've brought your daughter out of Shanghai without permission? Shikin was shocked. No one had known what she had experienced many years ago or who Ding Rulong was. If he mentioned Ding Rulong, it meant that Teacher Wu, or rather Wu Chen, had come here for her. In the vast and populous world of the internet, she had taken the initiative to find him in a chat group. He had come to visit her several times as a teacher. It was impossible for him to not know about Ding Rulong or her relationship with Ding Rulong. She couldn't help but feel manipulated and terrified. Wu Chen reassured her, don't worry too much. Ding Rulong doesn't pay much attention to many things. As long as you don't take Xinshin abroad, you can go anywhere you want in China. Shikin asked doubtfully, are you approach me actively? Wu Chen replied quickly and frankly, what do you think? Is it related to the Tom Yuanda incident? Shikin continued to ponder. Could it be that he even knew about her change of identity? Wu Chen suggested, let's go somewhere else to talk. Wu Chen soon brought Shikin to a luxurious hotel. She wondered, what is this? Go to the hotel, get a room and talk. The receptionist greeted them. Hello, sir and miss, do you have a reservation? No. Are there any available rooms? Replied Wu Chen. Please wait a moment, sir. Yes, there are. How many rooms do you need? 1. Wu Chen's request for one room surprised Shikin. What did this mean? Okay, sir, one room. Please show me your ID cards, miss. Please show me your ID card. Sir, miss, your room is on the 16th floor. The elevator is over there. Wu Chen led Shikin to the elevator area. Shikin asked with confusion, Mr. Wu, why did you choose this place? Wu Chen quickly replied, it's safe here. The privacy is the best. No one will disturb us. Shikin asked Wu Chen directly, Mr. Wu, do all men think about that kind of thing? Can't we be like normal people? Wu Chen suddenly put his arms around Shikin and said, let's talk about it in the room. At this time, because Shikin was a bit abrupt, she just stood outside the hotel room in astonishment. Wu Chen had to break the silence. Look, go in and sit down. Why are you standing there? She was still standing there. Come here. Why are you still crying? Do you think I'm a monster who will eat you? Shikin was so embarrassed that she covered her body with her hands and shouted, you brought me here. When we just got a room, you hugged me. I thought you were a gentleman, a good person. But you are no different from those bad men. Wu Chen calmly replied, it seems like you misunderstood my intention. Maybe I should receive an apology. At that moment, she was still crying. Did I misunderstand? You just want to sleep with me? Okay, I'll let you sleep. Her hands were still pulling down her sexy underwear, saying, did I misunderstand? If you want to sleep with me, I will let you. But please, don't come to me anymore after you finish. Do it quickly. You can do whatever you want. Wu Chen said with a serious face. I don't know what you're thinking. We just met and don't know each other well. We haven't even started to get to know each other. I admit, I hugged you. I did it on purpose.